Economic reparations. Do you need extra cash? I know I do. I have a sure way of getting you the money that you and your family deserve. First, I will show you where it is. It requires an investment of your time, but no money. To be effective, you must share this information. Like and subscribe, but above all else, share. Time is of the essence. You have to take action now if you want this money. The SNAP benefits. Now the numbers that I got for Medicaid and Medicare come from the Center for Medicaid and Medicare Services. That's a governmental entity. I'm just not pulling these numbers out the air. It's kind of like the SNAP benefits. USDA, United States Department of Agriculture, Food and Nutrition Program. They call it the Supplemental Nutrition and Assistance Program, SNAP for short, right? Well, as I said in a previous video, 42.4 million people, right? And it's not just individuals, because it's 22.7 million households. It's, within that 42.4 million people. Right? And SNAP benefits, U.S. Department of Agriculture, spent in 2025, $98 billion, right? For 42.4 million people. Now, when they say 40, you got children and stuff in there too. So, but the average payout per person is $188. Now, as I said before, I was on SNAP benefits before, many years ago, so it might be done changed. But in South Carolina, if you're single, they got a work requirement. And I was getting about $200 a month, in SNAP benefits, food stamps, whatever you want to call them. But you have to be actively looking for work. Now, luckily I wasn't on SNAP for long, but some people, that's not the case, but when you say $188 a month, right? I mean, think about that. $188 per month. That's all the food you're going to get if you don't come up with no money. So it's a good assistance program. It says assistance, right? But my main thing is, if you got 42.4 million people on SNAP and you spending $98 billion, that's with a B, right? To get money to these people right here. Well, hell, you could give them all $1 billion and have money left over, right? I mean, think about it. Think about what I'm saying. So where is all the rest of this money going? See, that's what you don't want to look at that. You okay with them people stealing our money. You don't mind them taking that money and putting it in their pocket and going to the house. I never knew this type of stuff until I started looking at the numbers. Where is that money? Because as I said in the previous video, it sure ain't going on them EBT cards, right? So where's it going? Because we just talking about the money they pay out for food. And for a joker to be sitting up there talking about in Congress or wherever, well, these people getting too fat because they buying too many snacks. Well, hell, I see why y'all fat, because y'all keeping all the money and talking trash about the poor people who ain't got none, but who paying taxes every time they buy something. So what you gonna do about it? If you want to talk more about it, go to my YouTube page, Quayle Speaks. And I appreciate all your support, because we got to do something about this, because this is crazy.